The universe has been shifting behind the scenes, aligning moments and people in your favor. And now something meaningful is starting to take shape. Don't allow yourself to stagnate. Utilize what you've learned and let it guide what comes next. The angels say, "You didn't come this far by accident. Every lesson you faced, whether painful or enlightening, was placed in your path to shape you into someone wiser, someone stronger, someone more attuned to what truly matters." Even in moments when you doubted your strength, you still moved forward. And that says something about who you are. You've grown not just in what you know, but in how you love, how you protect your peace, and how you show up for others with quiet grace. When you look back on your journey, can you see how far you've come? Can you recognize how much more grounded you are now compared to the version of you that was still just trying to survive? It's easy to forget your progress when you're always focused on what's next. But your growth deserves to be seen, not just by others, but by you. There's something incredibly powerful about acknowledging your own transformation. The fact that you're still here, still open, still willing to try again, speaks volumes about the kind of person you are becoming. There's someone in your life right now, someone who's been around more than usual, who holds a deeper purpose in your journey. This person isn't just passing through. They've been watching, listening, and slowly opening up in ways they never expected to. And it's largely because of you. You may not fully realize it, but your presence has brought them a kind of peace they haven't felt in a long time. They were once guarded, not because they didn't want a connection, but because their past taught them to be careful with their heart. Hurt has a way of teaching people to shut down, to protect themselves before they ever consider being open again. But you've made them feel safe. They didn't trust easily, not in friendships, not in love. Every new connection felt like a risk they couldn't afford to take. That's the world they were living in until you came along. And yet somehow, with you, they felt something shift. You didn't demand trust. You earned it quietly and consistently. That kind of impact is rare. Do you realize how powerful it is to be the person who makes someone feel safe again? To be the calm in someone else's storm? That's not something everyone can do, but you did. And whether you know it or not, you've become a light in their world, one that doesn't blind or overwhelm, but gently reminds them that they're not alone. Think about that for a moment. When was the last time someone truly made you feel seen without rushing you, without expecting anything in return? Now, reflect on the fact that you have become that person for someone else. It takes a steady heart to hold space for another without pressure. It takes a kind soul to offer warmth in a world that often feels cold. That's what you've done, and in doing so, you've started to heal more than just them. You've been healing parts of yourself too. I repeat, don't allow yourself to stagnate. Utilize what you've learned and let it guide what comes next. You showed them something different, not with grand declarations or dramatic gestures, but through consistency, honesty, and kindness. You listened without judgment. You were there without asking for anything in return. And somehow, through those small moments, you did something big. You helped them heal. Now, they find themselves thinking about you in ways they didn't expect, not only as a friend, but as someone they could truly open their heart to. They're not rushing. In fact, they're still a little afraid. but their feelings are real. Love, when it's real, doesn't always come in fast and loud. Sometimes it shows up quietly, timid, tender, and unsure of its place. That's what this is. A slow kind of love that asks for patience, not pressure. And isn't there something beautiful about that? About watching someone slowly let their guard down, not because they're being chased, but because they feel safe enough to stay. That kind of love is deliberate, intentional, and more lasting than anything built on urgency. Ask yourself this: if love could take its time with you, if it didn't demand perfection but invited honesty instead, wouldn't you want that? Wouldn't you rather grow something real, even if it takes longer, than rush into something that crumbles at the first sign of fear? You're not being asked to carry the whole connection, only to continue showing up the way you already have. With care, with presence, with faith in what could be. And for the first time in a long while, they're starting to believe that maybe they could be loved the way they've always needed to be. That brings us here. This isn't just about them. This is about you too. Don't hold back now. Don't fall into old patterns of hesitation or convince yourself that you're not ready for something more. You are. Everything you've been through, everything you've learned, it's all been preparing you for moments like this. You've grown. You've been stretched and challenged, and yet here you are more self-aware, more grounded, and more capable of giving and receiving love in a healthier way. Don't let fear or uncertainty keep you stuck. Instead, let what you've learned shape your next move. This person is offering you a rare kind of trust. They're opening their heart slowly but deliberately. And your angels want you to handle that gift with care. Be honest about your own intentions. Make space for real conversations. That honesty doesn't need to be perfect. You don't need to have all the right words or the perfect moment. Sometimes all it takes is showing up with sincerity and saying what's real, even if your voice shakes a little. What would you say if fear weren't in the way? What truth have you been holding in, waiting for the right time to say it? Maybe that time is now. Or maybe it's simply about starting a conversation that opens the door to something deeper. Your willingness to be open, to speak from the heart, is a strength. It shows emotional courage, the kind most people never fully realize they have. And whether or not the other person has the same clarity yet, your truth still matters. You've shown yourself to be someone capable of giving love without losing yourself. Someone who leads with kindness, who listens deeply, and who dares to believe in connection. That's something to be proud of. Let them know how you feel, even if the words come out imperfectly. What matters most right now is that both of you meet this moment with truth. Because if you do, something beautiful could unfold from it, something lasting. I want to end with a prayer for you. Lord, guide them to trust the wisdom gained through their trials, and remind them that their gentle strength has already become a light for someone finding their way. Let them move forward without fear, rooted in clarity and compassion, ready to receive the love they once only knew how to give. May their courage to be open and sincere deepen the connection looming before them. Help them honor their growth by stepping into this moment with grace. Amen. Let your growth lead the way. Trust what you've learned, honor what you feel, and step forward with courage, because what's ahead could be exactly what your heart's been waiting for. Type 600 to claim this message and the blessings inside for your own. Try and leave a positive comment for other viewers who might need a positivity boost in their day. The universe sees it as an act of kindness that fuels the cycle of good karma. You'll be spreading positivity and receiving the universe's blessings in return. Let's uplift each other and create waves of good energy together. Did you know there's a possible image of your real soulmate that you can look at right now? It might be someone you know or someone that you haven't met. It's amazing how accurate these have been. You have to see the photo to see what I mean. Click the link in the description to get your soulmate sketch. An important message is waiting for you in the next video. Will you hear it?